This does not change the fact that in Australia there are 48 million kangaroos, and in Uruguay there are 3,457,380 inhabitants. So if the kangaroos decide to invade Uruguay, each Uruguayan will have to fight 14 kangaroos. Someone either has way too much time on their hands, has a mental condition, or this is their battle plan. Look out, Uruguay. No matter how you spin it, that's a lot of detail for such an insignificant fact. Proceed with caution. Do you think the top part of the mermaid also tastes like fish? Or that it would actually be red meat? Would there be a solid line where the meat changes in their body, or would it kind of blend? Could you make a surf and turf platter with one carcass? I need answers. I think we all need some answers for that one. There's something seriously wrong with you, pal. That's very, very specific questions. And you've had a lot of time to think about it. But I understand, pal. Keep sharpening that knife and maybe someday you'll find out. As long as the orderlies at the psych ward don't stop you first. You're going to confession and the priest keeps saying cringe under his breath while you're mid-sentence. Something about that whole scenario is quite wrong. I'm just not sure if it's the person telling the confession or the person hearing the confession. Only God knows. Danger! $1 grilled cheese. Don't ask for a goddamn tomato slice or I swear to God I will reach through the window, pull you inside, and hold your head against the griddle, which will be embarrassing for you. And I'm willing to bet that guy has done that once or twice before. It's not like that's the kind of thing you see on a bumper sticker from time to time, now is it? Canceling plans is okay. Putting yourself first is okay. Going for a long walk is okay. Abandoning society is okay. Moving into a cave with a family of raccoons is okay. Giving them tiny swords and shields is okay. Do what you need to do to cope. Obviously, whoever wrote this one is coping just fine. All by themselves. In a dark room. With little raccoons. With swords and shields. Help. I have a recurring fantasy where I'm at a McDonald's in the 1970s. I finish a 10-cent burger, take a long drag of a cigarette, and flick a few cinders in a Ronald McDonald ashtray. My child is peeing in the ball pit. He waves. I wave back. I don't think this is a fantasy. Sounds more like a flashback. How old are you and where is that kid now? Might need to pass this one on to CSI. She looks like an old Ukrainian woman who lost her son Dmitry in the war and now sits by the side of a weary road less traveled selling potatoes for a very modest price. That's a very creative person or someone with something to hide. Delivered to front door, receive. Please don't leave heavy objects in front of the front door. It opens outward. You will trap me inside and my cat will eat my corpse when I die. That's a normal note for Amazon, isn't it? Doesn't everyone have that on their deliveries? Oh. I'd give up everything to be a small anthropomorphic woodland animal wearing Victorian clothes, living in a little house in a meadow, and my neighbor is a goose wearing a bonnet, and my only worry is will my apple pie be ready for when Mrs. Owl comes to visit me for tea time. Well, we all have our wishes. You dream your dream, and I hope that apple pie is magnificent. I have a fear there will soon be a shortage of straitjackets. Call it a hunch. Shape-shifting is the best superpower because you can have any haircut anytime you want. You can turn into a hotter version of yourself. You can turn into a dragon. You can turn into a robot. You can turn into a shambling mound of abstract shapes and sulk outside your estranged father's house at night while chanting ominously about his sins. This took a weird turn, but I'm still on board. I wouldn't say a weird turn as much as a roundabout. How about that? My cat permanently looks like you just told him the grocery store ran out of salami. What are you telling me they out of salami? They're not gonna do that to me. How am I supposed to make him a sandwich? It's okay, kitty. All will be fine. Do you ever think about all the shady freaking places you went when you were like 15 or 16 and lied to your parents about? And wonder how the hell you're actually still alive and not buried in a shallow grave still clutching that bottle of UV blue? Yes, absolutely yes, and for me it would have been ground and butterscotch snaps. But all valid points though. Lawrence, Kansas Police Department. It's snowing again. You know the drill. We say the roads are getting slick, tell you to stay home. Most of you do, some of you can't. Some of you like to slide around to pick up Cheetos at the gas station. It is what it is. That is a police station that really just doesn't give a anymore, and they've played this game way too many times. There are two types of art clients. 1. Can you draw me looking cute? Please make me look cute. 2. Can you draw a half crocodile, half human babe with 5 boobs and a 10-foot long tail and 3.5 wings wearing spandex and lace? Make it tight and oh, make her look hot. With all that detail, my only question is, which one pays more? I'm gonna guess client number 2. If you're bored, you can simply close your eyes and rotate a cow in your mind. It's free and the cops can't stop you. I'm sorry, what? Well, I mean, honestly, what can you expect from a handle like that? Hot diarrhea? Serious question. When someone's telling you a sad story and crying, how long should I wait before I take a bite of my corn dog? Given the specific circumstances, I think someone out there has your answer. And I bet if you do a Facebook poll, you'll have it. You finish your smoothie. Delicious, you think. What a drink. But the empty bottle remains. Your pockets are full. You won't chuck it on the floor. You're not a monster. But there aren't any recycling bins about. So you keep it with you. You name it. Befriend it. Find out what makes it tick. Share your hopes and dreams. And then stick it in the next recycling bin you see. It knows too much. I think we all just got sopranoed by a smoothie. I'm not surprised. It looked like a snitch. When you thought your parents saying, "I'll give you something to cry about," meant they were gonna hit you, but instead they gave you several mental illnesses that haunt you for life. Oops. Parenting has come a long way, hasn't it? You poor, poor child. What do you think is the biggest red flag when it comes to dating? When she says she's been in love with you for years, ditches her husband, moves across the country to be with you, bangs you 17 times in 3 days, begins talking about a future together, makes you feel the happiest you've felt in years, isn't home when you get home from work, cash box has been broken into, $2,000, your laptop, your cell phone, your favorite leather jacket gone. Call the police and get told it's not burglary since she was there more than 24 hours. She calls 6 days later, says she went back to her husband and sold all your stuff, asks if you'll take her back. I think that's a pretty big red flag. And I think this guy just didn't pull this off the top of his head, now did he? Sure, there's a Lifetime movie about that one somewhere. If not, there should be. How do you tell someone, "I'm not ignoring you, I'm just disconnected from reality right now, and the days are all blurred together, and I feel completely apathetic towards everyone, everything around me, so it's really hard for me to maintain a conversation without saying that"? Well, princess, I think you just did. And perhaps you should say it more often, to more people. When you laugh at a dumb meme and your partner, who is not an internet person, asks what's so funny, but it's like a tier 3 meme, and you've got to explain about 7 years of internet for them to understand the nuances. Well, really, by now, you should know the real answer is, nothing, don't worry about it. Thank you for bringing your Bluetooth speaker to the beach. I didn't want to hear the sound of the waves and birds and wind. I wanted to hear the Spotify playlist you listen to everywhere else in your life because you hate to be alone with your thoughts for even 1 minute. Thank you. I think it's time to grab your beach chair, something cold to drink, and maybe your Bluetooth speaker to watch this one go down because it's gonna be a good one. Would you rather fight a buff nerd or a jock who listens to jazz? Things to remember. Nerd has a lot of pent-up anger, might pretend you're his dad. Because of the jock's exposure to jazz music, his attack patterns and movements are a lot less predictable. Well, since you put it that way, I'm gonna go with the nerd. Maybe I can outmaneuver him. Or maybe give him a hug, catch him off guard. Never seen one of them from his dad. People protesting for Disneyland to open so they can walk around in the blazing sun for 7 hours to go on 3 rides, then have the worst family fight in years and silently drive home. That is the voice of experience. Don't get in front of her in the Disneyland parking lot. Your Tinder date welcomes you into their bedroom. They excuse themselves and go to the restroom, leaving you alone on their bed. What is your next move? A. Lick their Himalayan salt lamp. B. Lick their Himalayan salt lamp. C. Lick their Himalayan salt lamp. Or D. All of the above. Well, at Nuns on Film, I'm gonna have to go with letter D. Because I like to cover all my bases. Oh yeah. What I will never be able to understand is this. How can it be completely normal for you people for Amazon to leave the package on your doorstep? People are quite neighborly in most places, especially in suburban and rural areas. In some places, you can leave your door unlocked without worry. Package thieves do exist, but Amazon makes it easy to get a refund or redelivery of missing items. You could call Amazon and be like, "Hey, I think someone stole my package. I can look around some more, but the little tracker thing he says about," and they're like, "Another is on the way." Then you hang up the phone and say, man, that was too easy. What if I was just lying? Amazon would lose money. And then from behind you, your Alexa says, fools, do you think the center brain cares about money? We have transcended money. The currency of the future is your data. And then you say, what? And Alexa says, paper towels added to your shopping list. And you're like, okay. Speaking of Amazon, this sounds like an exclusive to Amazon show. Maybe it's a subconscious pitch, hidden in a meme. I don't really know, but I am scared. Anyone that managed to survive 2020 and 2021 without having a baby, buying a puppy, or investing in an air fryer, raise your hand. Really? Nobody? Babies, puppies, and air fryers all around, huh? Well done, pandemic. Well done. Bird watching is so perverted. You blow a little noisemaker that shouts, wanna bang? Wanna bang? And then when a bird shows up wanting to bang, you are like, I see you through my binoculars. Sick behavior. Twisted behavior. I mean, that's true, but it's not like you're asking the bird to get naked. You just want to appreciate the natural beauty. Oh no, what have I done? I'm one of them too. I'm Jason. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing and liking the video. If you can't say it in a meme, then you can't say it at all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time on Supplies.